God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. You have to wonder where their heads are at as they come in winless on the year at 0-10.
I think a lot of people expect rebuilding years to occur, but I don't think people expect to go 0 for the season in terms of wins.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Tannehill to throw on the first play. Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. This defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 12 carries, 57 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Titans will turn it over to their punter since 2009, and that's Brett Kern. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run with Thomas. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Burrow on play action. Out to his left. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Steps away. That's going to be caught. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll run. This is Allen. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Henry running right. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday. Anything can happen in this league.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
man.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Again, it's Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Tannehill now to throw. He's got Derrick Henry again. Back-to-back catches. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. Fielded right around the 8.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 1st down, here's Burrow. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jalen Waddle, 68 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here pulled in by Beasley. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air again, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 88 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 1st down, Tannehill. And this one caught by Beasley. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. So
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
From midfield now, Burrow. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Burrow on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Tannehill. Throws the out route. It's Beasley with a catch. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff running left, Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one won a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Slot man moves right. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jalen Waddle with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Yeah, he's right there on the doorstep now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Tannehill on 1st down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw, Tannehill. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, They're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And pass complete to Moore. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Allen. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Thomas. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Thomas. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, it's Thomas. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week. And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 15. A minute 56 to go. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Pass caught by Hooper. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Tannehill. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Tannehill's throw going to be taken in by Cole. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Tannehill.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
On 1st down, Thomas.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And to be honest, he really made it look easy out there.
So for the Bengals, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on ESPN.